let's get straight to it.
Few manga have ever reached such a level of beauty and introspection as Vagabond has. Takehiko Inoue reinvents the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi, delving deeper and offering more than just a classic samurai story by making a deep reflection on life, purpose, and strength. Takehiko Inoue is known not only for his work in Vagabond, but also hailed by some to be the creator of one of the best sports manga of all time, Slam Dunk. Also creating the extremely interesting take on wheelchair basketball, Real, having themes of perseverance and physical disability. Creativity is something that makes him even in his take on sports. He showed that not just in these works, at least not today. We go into great detail on Vagabond, its dazzling artwork, philosophical subtext, and its reinterpretation of the Musashi ideals that has lifted it to great esteem in the manga community. I think one of the reasons we're drawn to manga is the opportunity to witness stunning art while engaging in a deep story. Takehiko Inoue is a master at drawing you in with his striking style. Anyone who looks at Vagabond can appreciate the precision in every stroke of the pen, from his intricate line work to his masterful use of negative space. The ability to convey so much emotion through his art is what first brought me into this world. One of the aspects that make Vagabond's art truly striking is the attention to detail Inoue brings to every panel. Whether it's the intensity of a sword duel or the stillness of a meditative moment, every single panel feels alive. His battle scenes are dynamic and fierce, but they never overshadow the quieter, more intimate moments of the story. Take, for example, the rain-drenched duels, where Inoue conveys the weight of Musashi's inner turmoil and his struggle to be invincible under the sun. Or the peaceful moments, like Musashi farming, where he finds clarity. Inoue's use of shadows and negative space in these scenes make you feel the solitude Musashi experienced as he searched for a deeper meaning in the world full of conflict. Inoue's attention to human anatomy brings a level of realism that grounds the story. The characters feel authentic, with their emotions conveyed not just through dialogue, but through every small movement and expression. In particular, Musashi's face, whether stoic or subtly conflicted, speaks volumes. His emotions are communicated through the smallest shifts in expression, drawing readers into Musashi's internal struggles without needing to explain them in words. In Vagabond, the action is as much about what's unsaid as it is about what's shown on the page. As you read Vagabond, you'll find yourself reflecting on the same themes Musashi faces: violence, identity, and the search for meaning. In a way, the art doesn't just illustrate Musashi's journey, it becomes an integral part of the journey itself. At its core, Vagabond is more than just a story of a wandering samurai. It's a profound exploration of self-discovery, purpose, and the true nature of strength. Inoue doesn't just focus on Musashi's external battles, he delves into his internal struggles, the harshness of finding meaning and the journey from a rash young warrior to a more introspective man. Vagabond is as much about confronting inner demons as it is about facing external enemies. A philosophical element that's introduced in Vagabond is Zen Buddhism, particularly the concept of becoming one with the flow. This philosophy is similar with ideas from Marcus Aurelius, explaining to us not to have concerns over what's beyond our control. For Musashi, this idea of flow becomes critical in his development. He learns to let go of his attachment to ideas of victory, power, and ego, ideals driven into him by his father. At the beginning of the story, Musashi is obsessed with becoming the most powerful warrior, the term being invincible under the sun. He constantly seeks to prove his strength to the world, but as you continue reading, his understanding of true strength begins to evolve. Musashi discovers that true strength isn't about being more powerful than others, it's about mastering oneself. The famous sword of no sword philosophy becomes central to his growth as he seeks inner peace and comes to understand that the greatest battles are fought within. This internal journey is most evident in Musashi's relationship with others, specifically his rivalry with Sasaki Kojiro. While their duels are eye-catching and legendary, it's the more personal moments between them that reveal how they mirror each other. Kojiro, like Musashi, is driven by the endless goal of mastery, but he's too trapped by his own obsessions. Their rivalry, initially focused on who's truly invincible under the sun, evolves into a deeper reflection of Musashi's struggle with his own ego and his search for meaning. Musashi's evolving views on violence and strength go beyond philosophical ideals. They're very real struggles we all face when grappling with identity, ambition, and the pursuit of purpose. Musashi's journey is also shaped by his encounters with others, such as Otsu, a childhood friend, who grows more important to him as he matures. Otsu serves as a reminder to Musashi of the emotional and spiritual dimensions of life that he had long neglected in his obsessive quest for invincibility. Musashi's relationships, romantic and platonic, are just as crucial as his swordsmanship in helping him shape his understanding of himself and who he is becoming. Vagabond invites us to walk alongside Musashi on his path to self-discovery. In his struggles, we find reflections of our own, whether confronting our egos, coming to terms with failure, or searching for meaning in our lives. Musashi's journey is a universal one. This exploration of the human condition elevates Vagabond from a simple samurai story to a timeless philosophical journey. Vagabond is a reimagination of the classic novel Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa, but Inoue brings a fresh, deeper perspective to the legend. While Yoshikawa's tale is steeped in historical fiction, Inoue's version shifts the focus from mere battles to the internal, emotional, and philosophical evolution of Musashi. Inoue doesn't just tell a shallow story of a warrior. He delves into the human condition through Musashi's perspective, bringing more depth to Musashi Miyamoto. A key difference between Inoue and Yoshikawa's works is Inoue's focus on the quieter moments of introspection that displays Musashi's character growth. Musashi's journey, as much as it's about growing to be stronger, is also learning how to accept failure, to recognize his own limitations, and evolving as a human. The external fighting became metaphors for his internal struggles. Inoue does a fantastic job of making the introspective moments as eye-catching and beautiful as the action, truly pulling you in and giving you an understanding of Musashi's true conflict, the quest for inner peace. An interesting creative approach Inoue takes in Vagabond is Musashi's rivalry with Kojiro. Rather than being just a formidable opponent in Yoshikawa's own version, it becomes a key part in Musashi's journey and step towards mastery. Inoue deepens their relations, making it a more complex exploration of mutual obsession, showing the conflict inside Musashi that he must grapple with. Kojiro is no longer a rival, but a reflection to Musashi's own desires, the embodiment of everything Musashi is attempting to overcome to become not just a better swordsman, but also a better man. Their rivalry transforms into a reflection of Musashi's journey, not just a climactic battle. Inoue's creation takes the epic and makes it personal, humanizing the characters and giving them more depth. By focusing on Musashi's internal struggles and relationships, Vagabond transcends the traditional samurai narrative, showing us to see these figures as real, flawed people rather than just symbols of strength and invincibility. For me, Vagabond isn't just some samurai story. It's a personal reflection on the struggles we all face in our own lives. Musashi's personal struggle of trying to grapple with finding oneself, questioning his own strength, and trying to find an ambition really spoke to me. As I read through each chapter, I found myself putting myself back in situations in my own life, and what was currently happening, and trying to now grapple with that myself. I find how easy it is to get lost in past regrets and failures, overlooking the successes I had that led me to where I am now in life. One of the moments that stood with me deeply was Musashi's difficulty to find meaning in one's life, always striving for that purpose. That is something I still struggle with now. However, each and every day, I truly feel like after reading Vagabond, I'm making those efforts to find that purpose. The emotional and philosophical journey in Vagabond has stayed with me long after finishing the manga. With this work, Inoue challenges us to rethink what true strength and success means. It's a call to embrace the journey rather than only the destination, reflect on our own place in the world, and to find what motivates us to strive forward. Musashi's search for meaning is universal. Vagabond allows us to discover ourselves with Musashi. In my opinion, Vagabond is truly a masterpiece that surpasses the boundaries of traditional samurai stories. Through its beautiful art, profound philosophical themes, and an extremely deep character exploration, it's more than just sword fights. It's a deep exploration of the human experience. Takehiko Inoue creates and reimagines Musashi's story, not just as a show of power and strength, but as a timeless meditation on ambition, identity, and purpose. With every turn of the page, Vagabond challenges us to look inward, to question what success and strength truly is, and to find peace in our journeys. Musashi's path to self-discovery isn't just his own. Instead, we can all relate to it, as we all strive to understand who we are and what we truly seek in this place we call life. What do you guys think? If you read Vagabond, do you think it's a masterpiece as well? If not, this is just a random guy's opinion.